Welcome moms and sirs to this channel webinar pages, your training and development channel where you can learn, lead, and make a difference. If this video has helped you, please click like, subscribe, and share in return. We will be very grateful.
The activities from the question, what did the facilitator do to respond appropriately to the participants' insights? So, dito, sinabi, clarify and checks the participants' understanding of what was heard. So, definitely that is listening skills. So, when you give praises to the participants, when you monitor the level of energy, that's establishing rapport, so that's listening skills. For the second question, what did the facilitator do to monitor the participants' behavior? Dito, monitor the participants' behavior roaming around the session hall. That's observing skill. So you roam around the session hall. Setting the mood. Yes. Next question, how did the facilitator clarify issues and concerns? Mentioned kanina by Calbayog, they're communicating. And when they communicate, they ask questions. So that is the questioning skills. For the next section, we have what did the facilitator do to show concern? Nandito. Show concern for the participants' needs, that is attending skills. Giving, showing concern to all the participants by giving additional inputs in writing a research paper. Then we have what did the facilitator do to unify borrowing ideas, brainstorming activities. Important, the facilitator use the results of the topic that lead to the attainment of the goal. So that's integrating skills. And the last, we have what did the facilitator do to encourage divergent and convergent thinking or clearer perspective. So you have openness of the phases in accepting diverse ideas, this processing. By asking thought-provoking questions, by giving concrete, contextualized examples for clearer perspectives. So those are the 6 skills of facilitators. Okay, so as I've said a while ago, facilitation is a way of working with people by enable them and empower them to carry out a task or perform an action. So in formal learning, that facilitation encourages the sharing of ideas, resources, and to think critically in order to respond to tasks and other problem-solving activities. So this is based on the theory of facilitative teaching. So this was proposed by Carl Rogers. So he's the author, and according to him, it addresses the rote learning and experiential learning. Pag facilitation, wala tayo doon sa rote learning, yung rote memorization, wala tayo doon. We are more on experiential learning. So where the participants learn from his experience, from his lived experience by interacting with the group. So that's why he said, we cannot teach another person directly, but only facilitate his learning. So a facilitator helps the trainees or participants decide on what they want to accomplish, reminds them of their responsibilities, and encourages and helps them to complete a task or activity. So the learning facilitators apply their skills in facilitation in order to support the trainees attain their goals. So ito yung facilitation skills. It's complete behaviors manifested and applied by the learning facilitators to help trainees achieve their program goals. So, one of the facilitation skills is the listening skills. So, this willingness to focus on the participants, what they are saying and what they are not saying. In other words, you are listening to verbal and non-verbal cues. Yes. Then we have observing skills. So you observe, that's why you roam around. You are keen, alert, and sensitive to the actions and behaviors of participants. So that's why one of the facilitators, when he noticed that you are not answering the questions, or you are not talking, you are not, maybe there is something that he had observed. So you must be very observant of your groups. So yung mga ating participants, the group dynamics, you must understand them by observing. Questioning skills, that's involve asking the right questions carefully and skillfully. So, kagaya yung sinabi ni Sir, the teacher is beautiful, isn't she? Ang guro ay maganda, hindi naman, di ba? Attending skills, the ability to building rapport with the participants to elicit the needed information and encourage interaction. That's attending skills. So, and then combining the ideas together, that's integrating skills. And the ability to organize analysis, questions, and critical discussions points to help the participants understand the concepts that are being dealt at hand, this processing skills. And we have communication skills, adeptness in presenting ideas, giving directions, and explaining procedures. So the last there is the skills in the use of technology. So we must be competent in the use of appropriate delivery materials like visual aids, digital-based materials, and web-based learning platforms. Kagaya ng Menti, Tahot, we have joined QuizIs, we have also yung mga Google Forms, mga web-based applications. Gagamitin na natin yan. So, learning facilitator must follow these principles and values of facilitation. Again, and then yung listening skills, confidentiality. So in a certain session, there are cases that a participant can really express his or share his ideas or emotions if they feel that they are secured. So kagaya ng session ng PNU, Convergence of PNU Landscape Scholars, when they feel that their ideas are being accepted, so they open up. So there is greater participation if they feel that they are safe and secure. Respect. So every one of us value being respected, regardless of race, religion, sex, education, and whatever preferences that we have, we love to be respected. So we also want that to be given to our participants. All our participants must be respected, and that respect must be shown to the participants, to all of the participants. Equality. Each person is regarded as having an equal right to contribute. So that is why when we ask the reporting kanina, we will look for participants na hindi pa nakapagsalita so that everybody will be heard. So that also relates to respect. The value of personal experience. So we would like to ask or solicit from the participants their personal experience on the topic, and must agree on goals that are to be developed. And facilitation requires giving attention to how the group operates. That includes attempting to resolve conflict. So when there is a conflict between two participants, it's either you engage other participants, meaning we focus not on the person, but we focus on the content, on the issues. So either we can park the issue to be discussed later, or to involve other participants to the discussion para yung dalawang participants na yun will not get personal. So we focus more on the content, not on the personal aspect. So again, trust and safety. So when the participants are feeling safe and they gain trust in you, they ensure active participation. Inclusion and encouragement. So that is why everyone is treated equal. Everyone in the group must be included and encouraged to participate, to share ideas, suggest solutions, and take initiative. So one other thing is facilitators must recognize that everyone is entitled to a positive experience in a group. So a positive experience leads to positive learning environment. Participation succeeds, facilitation succeeds when there is genuine belief in the value of responding to stated needs in relation to the work of the group. So how do you do it when you ask somebody or the participants and they are not doing the activity? So, can anybody share on this? Do you have an experience that when you are running a session, you are asking them to do something and they're not doing it? How are you going to address that? Do you have that experience? Wala pa. Yes, ma'am. So how do you address, or how do you do it that the participants were able to be convinced to do it?
Based on my experience being a facilitator, actually several times I encountered that there are some group activities, that there are some groups who are not really, participative at first. Then when I actually see it, I go to them and ask them what's maybe they need something or materials, and that's the time now that when you go to them, you ask them what they need. Maybe they need something, and at the time that actually sometimes you will hear na uy, pag kita kayo makaaraw, Diyos ko, bibili na namin at pagkaon, di ba? Tapos, di ba? Actually, there was a time that in my session, our EPS went over, and she actually witnessed what's actually doing of that group. And that EPS backed in, and actually, she said that you sinabi niya na you leave from your comfort zone not to feel the luxury of this, but you came here for a business, and your business is to learn something from this training. Wala na akong sinabi. Go, proceed.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing. That's a good example. You visit the group that's not doing the activity and you ask them if they need something. Yes. Yes, so you can address. Yes. Other suggestions? Does any other have a sharing on this? Solara?
I just think that when there is an instance na the participants are not responding anymore to a certain group activity, I think that's one opportunity also of the facilitator to immediately respond by being a flexible facilitator, because there's a need also to be introspective as a facilitator during that time na din na siya na-respond. Because maybe our activity is not appropriate to the group, that could be. So how can we immediately address that? So we have to devise immediate intervention, di ba? On how we will be able to stir up the interest of our participants. That's very critical during facilitation. Kaya minsan talaga, kasabot natin isakto na nabutan na aton session guide, tapos diri na yan siya nagmamatch aton mga participants. Lalo na kung waray natin naging pilot test and aton session guide. Diba? So, I think the best way is to respond immediately by providing the activity that we think, kasi naman kita facilitation na nafe-feel man ito natin ang profile ng aton mga participants. So, diretso kita think of a good activity that will stir up the interest of our participants para gihapon na mapukaw. That's what I'm thinking, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Darrell. Sir Darrell emphasizes the need for a facilitator to be flexible, to adjust to situations. Okay, some more? Meron pa? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
As for me, sir, so whenever the participants aren't participating anymore, so it might indicate that I am an ineffective facilitator for that. So it might suggest that I failed to give clear directions and set the goals at hand. So as what was mentioned earlier, so it's a matter of being flexible, and as a facilitator, you should go down to the needs and put yourself on the shoes of your participants as well. And for that, parang yung sa teaching naman, parang, di ba, we are practicing the principle of individual differences, individualized activities for that, so to cater all the needs and different interests of the participants.
That's correct. Thank you so much, ma'am and sir, for your sharing. So, we have also the word consultation. So, consultation with the group members on the direction, the pace, the content, and the method with an openness to change, unity and flexibility. And we ask the participants on the flow of your session, the flow of the entire team. Yun po yung consultation. And these are the tips that will help you to become a learning facilitator. So we follow the acronym TRAINER. Maybe you have heard about this. So first is to tell people things only if they cannot do so themselves or do not know about it. Or we have repeat and practice. We can only become excellent in something by not talking, by not reading, but by practicing. So practice will help us improve for the better. Attitudes for A are not taught, they are called. So as a learning facilitator, we must have the right attitude, positive attitude. And that we get to involve the participants for maximum results. Because some of the participants have greater ideas that will help the group to achieve the common goals. Needs analysis is the starting point of training. So that's why meron tayong mga activities that check your strengths, your weaknesses, that will help us also craft training programs to address those needs. Needs analysis. Then evaluate results for constant improvement. So that's why we have posted yung link for the learning session or learning facilitators evaluation. And from the evaluation from the participants, we get to enhance our skill by taking or noting what are their suggestions. Kasi doon sa evaluation, makikita naman natin what are their suggestions. Where are we good? Where are we, what task or what skills do we need to improve? Then, reading materials complement and reinforce learning. So our slides must also congruent with what we are saying. That's why we have also the slide deck presentations, part yan ng competency ng learning facilitator. So a learning facilitator is not the person in charge. That means to say that the whole group, the entire group is responsible for the learning. The learning facilitator is not a lecturer. The learning facilitator is a co-learner. We are exploring the subject as an equal partner with the participants. We just contribute our experience. We also ask the experience of our participants. And learning facilitator is not an expert. So sometimes you are assigned in a session. You are prepared for that session, but does not mean that you are expert in that session. That's why we need to engage participants of background knowledge in the session. So especially pag yung mga session is kagaya ng induction program for beginning teachers, will be assigned for a session 1 for course book 1, course book 2, another session, another facilitator. So you're not the expert of the entire course. So focus ka lang doon sa session. Okay, then we have the learning facilitator is not the center of attention. Who is the center of attention? The content, the participants. Yes. We are drawing our participants into the discussion, into the activity. We are not the judge. We are not the one who determine which is right and which is wrong. But there are times that we need to clarify issues so that guided naman yung ating mga participants. Kasi there are times naman na you're not a judge, but the participants they keep hanging on that topic because they don't know what's really the correct answer. So sometimes you need to clarify naman on the matter. Okay? So we are not also made learning facilitators. There is collaboration. Kasi marami naman tayong learning facilitators, we collaborate with each other. So we are not responsible for our task, although we share the task, but be able to do some janitorial services. Pero we're not the main. So those and don'ts of facilitation. First, before conducting the session, you must be prepared. So prepare the materials, the equipments that you will need before the session. Use the visuals and position them so that everyone can see. So lahat makikita. Provide clear policies and instructions. So that's why you need to ask, have you entered or have you, like for example, kanina, when we are using the link, does everybody have joined the link or just verify? You need to provide clear policies on that. Speak in loud and clear voice while maintaining a good eye contact. Encourage active participation by listening questions from the participants. Keep the group focused on the task by avoiding distractions. And make logical sequencing from the topics. So yung isang ginagawa namin sa Sardinia, if you are a learning facilitator, for example, for day 1, you're the second facilitator, you must be there while the first facilitator is doing the session to provide smooth transition. So kung ikaw yung mag-represent this afternoon, in the morning, nandun ka. Yan po ang sabi namin, Chief. Dr. Lagumbay. So thank you, ma'am, for that. Then we have be aware of the participants' body language. We need to listen to the verbal and non-verbal cues. So check to see if your instructions are understood, clear, if they provide the participants a break and a cue to open up. So pag malalaman mo na, gutom na, kasi lunchtime na, so provide a break, or 3 o'clock na, gusto mag-break or health break, so pahinga muna. So, then when a participant asks a question, just be calm. Evaluate and give feedback. So we ask the session evaluation. We ask questions, summarize and recap at the end of the session. Again, be friendly with the participants. Do not quarrel. Keep everything simple and direct to the point. Manage your time so that the next session will be on schedule. And don't try to know everything and ignore the participants' comments and feedback. Don't interrupt a person when he or she is talking. Don't humiliate anyone by making judgment about his response. Don't read from your materials, but sometimes you need to glance at them. Don't block the visual aids, and or they will be useless. Don't stand in one spot, so that's why you roam around. Then, when running the session, don't turn your back to your participants. So these are the core skills of a learning facilitator. Number 1 is commit and deliver. So when you're assigned to a session and you say yes, a yes means a yes. But if a no means there must be commitment. So when you say yes, you must do it. Have a positive attitude. So attitude again is a part of being a learning facilitator. And they are not taught that they are code. Practice makes perfect. Sinabi na kanina. Know yourself better. Also by using the feedbacks from the participants. You know yourself better. Live for the day. That means you live for the moment. Do not be carried by your previous mistakes. And do not worry about the future. Just live today. Because today is a gift. That's why it's called present. Master your emotions. So our emotions, anybody or anything that angers you, conquers you. So don't be conquered by anything. So be calm. You must have a strong center and an adaptive peripheral. So you accept things and throw them back to the universe. Amitabha. Love and learn. So we need to learn and to enjoy the session. You also know that you enjoy the session because you feel also the sense of the session that you are successful. So just laugh and learn. Be proactive. So that means to say if there is a task that is needed to be done, wag nang ipasa sa iba, give your actions. Be proactive. And seek guidance. We have a lot of mentors. We have a lot of certified facilitators na alam ang tungkol sa learning facilitators. So, we need to seek guidance. So, these are the attitudes and behavior of a learning facilitator. Number 1, smile a lot. So, hindi lang puro smile naman. Baka sabihin, you're out of your mind. Stay relaxed and calm. Be open and honest. Use humor if natural for you. Be a good listener, observe and record. Use body language to help overcome language barriers. Wait patiently when the audience is quiet. Sometimes there are facilitators that cannot bear the silence of the crowd. There are times naman that when you ask the question that requires a bit of intelligence, kaya nag-iisip muna yung participants kung paano sila mag-answer. So, just give them time to process your answer. So, be patient and to wait longer. Kasi parang pag mayroong silence sa crowd, parang that's eternity for a learning facilitator. So, but if the question is really requires a bit of intellect, you need to observe or to relax and stay. Just wait for them. Give time for them to think about what they want to say. Let people talk in the language they are most comfortable of. Ito yung nabanggit kanina sa communication skills. Because we have different cultures with different intonations. But we must acknowledge those cultures. Because the world is looking for speakers that come from different cultures. And we don't need to be afraid of our own culture. So when you are a representative of that culture, the world will acknowledge your culture. So you need not to learn the English, the appropriate English language, what you are confident of, what language you're confident of, that's it. So make it as interactive as possible. Engage participants and invite them to tell their stories. Yes, we would like to hear the stories of our participants. They have better stories to tell. Choose words, stories, numbers, and cases that capture the interest. Address concerns, questions. issues raised by the participants was taken to main message you want to convey. There are participants who would like to make some talking that takes a long while, and it takes an eternity. So mentally set a timeline kung kailan siya mag-stop ng kanyang sinasabi by providing non-verbal cues or activities or engaging other participants. Usually, the crowd will take control. Kasi pag nalalaman na ng crowd, ito, palagi ito nagsasalita, hindi na bibigyan ng iba. So, you stick to the main message that you want to convey. So, when the new normal comes, we have the facilitation in the new normal. So these are the steps or the ways in facilitating the new normal. Solicit cues from the participants before, during, and after the sessions. How are you going to do that? Here, acts often. Connect with the virtual audience. So communicate clearly. So when you are in the Zoom account or in Teams, paano ka nagko-communicate? If you agree, type Y. If you don't agree, type N. Makikita mo doon yung mga response. Y, N. So, you communicate with your participants online. So, check your internet connectivity, set rules, be open to suggestions. Meron tayong etiquette, online etiquette, but we must be open to suggestions. So, ito yung competencies ng learning facilitator. Kasi the NAIOP now is undergoing the design, yung process on guidelines of certified learning facilitators. So based doon sa recent na meeting namin, yan yung version 4 ng mga competencies ng learning facilitators. So number 1 is designing and developing professional development programs. Ngayon yung mention kanina ni Mr. Rodel, that you're going to use the Form R.1, where you're going to create session objectives. You're going to design section guide and slide deck. Another is delivering the learning sessions. So, nandyan yung mga criteria, bibigay yan. However, yung guidelines is still in the process. And the third domain is managing oneself. So, this is our last activity. We need to affirm that as scholars, we have that capacity to facilitate. So, everybody read. Why? 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 Why?
I believe that we are all here to express our potentials and
Why?
I have no more reasons, I just believe.
Yes, everyone believes that you are capable of being a learning facilitator. So our role as facilitators of knowledge exchange between adult learners is to ensure that participants get empowered. So empowerment means that the participants have learned, relearn, and rediscover something valuable. So as part of the NAIOP, we would like you to be a part of the NAIOP Facebook page. Sino yung hindi pa you like and follow yung ating live coverage dito nandun sa NAIOP Facebook page. So yung mga sessions na ginawa natin nandyan sa NAIOP Facebook page. So you like and follow yung www.facebook.com NAIOP ROE. So lahat ng mga updates and programs ng NAIOP dito po natin pinupost. So with that, thank you so much and good evening.
Thank you for watching. If this video has helped you, please click like, subscribe, and share in return. Thank you and mabuhay.